lateral step over, or a progression to a lateral A skip, or a progression to a lateral high knees. Whichever intensity you're trying to get to, driving our knee up towards hip flexion and pushing off the ball of our foot. We can progress to either 3 to 4 steps in each direction and then return to your starting position. Go with the intensity that you're comfortable with working at. Squat hold with our hands extended out in front of us or either above us. Challenge yourself either way. Try both directions. But you'll notice if we extend our arms up above us, we need to push our body underneath our arms without shifting our upper body too far forward. We want to keep our hands above our head and see if we can maintain that position with our chest out, back flat. A nice range of motion with our hips. Hopefully close to in line with our knees. Do what's comfortable. Feet flat, and feet are positioned just outside of our hips to give us a little bit greater range of motion. Keep in mind, we don't want our knees to cave in. We want to keep them above our feet. Seated woodchopper. If we're sitting on the edge of a box or of a couch, we want to place our hands with the medicine ball or even just our hands directly underneath our shoulders. And as we get ready to extend all the way up above our head, we want to do the best we can to keep our arms straight and our focal point forward, as well as our back flat. So every time we go to reach up, push our chest out, finishing directly above our head and our shoulders and returning the ball back down underneath us. We intentionally want to have the ball underneath us with a slight lean forward so we can engage our back more. So we're not only working our shoulders, but we're working our back as well. Plank walk. Start with our feet positioned underneath our hips. We're going to reach down towards the floor and try to get our hands as close to our feet as possible. We're going to walk out on our hands with our arms straight in small steps. When we've reached our plank position, when our hands are underneath our shoulders, then we want to actually go down slow and controlled, doing a push-up and pushing ourselves back up. Now we can push ourselves back up from our knees, or we can push ourselves back up from our toes. When we push ourselves back up to our feet, then we want to walk in with small steps, keeping our legs nice and straight, trying to get our feet with our legs straight as close to our hands as possible. Bicycles, laying flat on our back. We are going to alternate while we're doing this. So we'll take our right arm to our left leg, and then we'll extend the other leg out as far as we can, trying not to actually touch the ground, working on a slow and controlled movement. It's easy to move fast in this, so we want to work that much harder to control our movement and engage our abdominal muscles. Remember, when our hands are placed behind our head, we are not pulling on our neck, we're just providing support for our head. We're going to crunch as we're reaching up to the outside of our opposite foot. Whichever hand is behind our head, if our left hand is behind our head, then we're going to take our right arm to our left leg, returning our arm all the way back down to the floor. We're going to work on 30 to 45 seconds on each side.